From time to time, I get comments asking me how I get my voices or how I generate my images. There appears to be quite a lot of people who want to make videos similar to mine or other channels who also make AI D&D content. So, I figured that it was time to make a sort of tutorial video to answer all of these questions in one place and perhaps even inspire new creators to upload. Before we begin, however, there are a few things you require in order to start making a video. First, you need the voices. Second, you need character illustrations. Third, you need character sheets and general knowledge of the game. Fourth, a script. And finally, fifth, editing software. Having a decent computer for editing and rendering is also preferable, and make sure to keep a pen and paper on standby. Without further ado, let's begin. Step 1. Procure the voices. This step is quite crucial because, well, if there are no voices, then there's no content. The two best sites for AI voices are 11 Labs and Play.ht. However, there are some limitations. 11 Labs is keen on blocking voices of celebrities and politicians like, the presidents, and may block you if they recognize their voices. Play.ht doesn't have this same limitation, but the quality of the voices are far lower than 11 Labs. However, 11 Labs works perfectly for non-president characters or NPCs. In the pinned comment of this video, I've left some Play.ht links, which should allow others to claim the voices of the presidents I use. I've also left a little tutorial on how to easily make multiple accounts on Play.ht to gain as many words as you'd like. Go nuts. I've added a little bonus section here on how I show to claim the voices. Here, I have a fresh account. After that, I click the link, which opens a new window. Once that's done, I'll just drag it over here to show you. Now, all you've got to do is to click Claim, and it should appear in your voice library. Ha! Easy peasy. Now, we can go to the next step. Step 2. Get those images. There are lots of sites for AI imagery, and I found the two best ones to be Imagine AI and Hotpot AI. Of course, there are more limitations set in place. I had an entire section here dedicated to Imagine Art, not allowing generations of presidents or celebrities, but it turns out this was changed whilst I was editing this video. So, yeah, that's about my luck. Anyways, this image goes hard. Feel free to screenshot. Well, let's continue this tutorial. Hotpot AI, on the other hand, has no restrictions at all, and they're quite generous with the amount of tokens they give you. There are a metric ton of styles to choose from. Only problem is that the AI is dumb as bricks, and some styles simply can't comprehend certain prompts. The tokens of these websites reset every day, but if you need more, you can simply just create some alternate accounts. Step 3. Slamming your face against the keyboard, scriptwriting. Now, it's all up to your imagination on how you want to shape your story. For those who want a solid foundation, you could instead try some D&D modules like Mines of Fandalver or Curse of Strahd. For dice rolls, I recommend dnddiceroller.com. It's simple and quick. For character sheets, I went to fastcharacter.com. The steps are pretty easy to follow and leaves you with a nice and tidy sheet for you to use for your characters. Now, if you've come here for an explanation on how to play D&D, then I'm afraid you've come to the wrong place. Not only would it take way too long for me to explain all the intricacies, I'm also sort of terrible at vanilla D&D, since my own campaign is heavily homebrewed. There are way better guides on YouTube. However, there's one thing to keep in mind. Dungeons & Dragons is literally just make-believe. If you're the one single-handedly creating the story, you can disregard all the rules if you feel like they're restricting you. It's your creation. Do whatever you want. Of course, you should probably explain what parts you homebrew to your audience, so you don't leave the viewers confused. Once you've finished your script, read through it at least once to correct any errors you might have made. A pro tip is to mark who's talking, like I do on screen here. When your script is finished, you can do Ctrl+F and find all the instances of that person talking, making the copying and pasting really easy. After that, simply copy and paste your dialogue into your AI voice tool of choice. And remember to save your audio files. Step 4. Editing. 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 Now this is where all the other steps culminate into one and you're on the final frontier. But you need editing software of some kind. I currently use CapCut, since it's free and incredibly easy to use. However, it does get incredibly laggy at long video lengths, so you should probably find something more heavy-duty. Every good D&D video needs some good music, and by using one of my favorite websites of all time, derpy.com, you can easily download YouTube videos as audio files. Just make sure that it's not copyrighted. Unlike other YouTube MP3 converters, Derpy won't bombard you with annoying ads or potential virus links. For sound effects, you can head over to Pixabay and easily find something that fits what you need. And finally, we need to make a layout for the video. I'll show a little mock-up on screen of how it could look like. The most important things to show are the character portraits and the names. Class, race, subclass, and armor class could also be nice additions. Remember to keep a spot open to show surroundings, NPC characters, or perhaps even battle maps, if you're willing to go that route. Or you could completely skip the layout step entirely and just go with a static image. Hey, I'm not your dad. You can do whatever you want, man. However, I do believe adding character portraits helps immensely with rememberability. Step 5. Uploading. So now you're hopefully finished with your editing and your video has been rendered. It's time to upload it to YouTube. Luckily, the next steps are quite easy. Simply click on Upload, open your video, and it should start uploading, usually pretty sluggishly. While it's being processed, add a title and perhaps a name so that viewers can easily differentiate your campaign from others. In the description, remember to add this little heap of legal mumbo-jumbo. And if you're feeling generous, include a songs list for all the music you've used in the session. But the most important step of all here is the thumbnail. It has to be decently appealing, and it is heavily recommended that you show the president's characters in the thumbnail, as well as the name of your campaign. You could possibly use other creators' thumbnails as inspiration for what you need. After that, that should be all. I hope this video answers your questions and perhaps even inspires the aspiring content creators here. If you have any more questions, I'll try to answer them in the comment section below. But for now, peace out and have a good day or night.